Welcome students. Today we will start with NCERT class 12 economics, that is part A, chapter 3, money and banking. So this chapter is a textual descriptions of various concepts about the money and the use in the economy and the role of commercial bank and central bank and credit creations. So without wasting much time, let's start our class.
Definition of money. Money is anything that is generally acceptable as a medium of exchange and act as measures and store of value. The word money is derived from the Latin word moneta, which was the surname of the Roman goddess of Juno, in whose temple at Rome money was coined. To a layman, rupee is the money in India, dollar is the money in USA, and a pound in England. Anything which is universally acceptable in making transaction is considered as money. Classification of money. On the basis of money material, money can be classified into the following categories. Number 1 is full-bodied money. Full-bodied money is that money whose value as a commodity is equal to its value as money. A rupee coin during the British period in India was made of silver. Its commodity value was equal to its money value. Point number 2. Credit money. Credit money refers to that money whose value as money is greater than its commodity value. Point number 3. Legal tendered money. Money which can be legally used to make payment of debit of other obligation is termed as legal tender money. It is also called fiat money as runs by the authority of the government. Point number 4. Optional money. It refers to that form of money which is generally acceptable as a medium of exchange, but legally there is no compulsions to accept it. For example, checks, bank drafts, etc. do not have legal foundations. One may accept to refuse them. It is also called fiduciary money as it is accepted as money on the basis of trust between the payers and the pay. Next, evolution of money. Money has undergone a process of evolution spread over a long period of time. It develops through the following steps. Point number 1 is commodity money. In the ancient time of human civilization, goods that were generally demanded were used as a medium of exchange. Goods like furs, skins, wheat, utensils, etc. were used as money. Such exchange of goods for goods was known as barter exchange. Point number 2 is metallic money. It was realized that goods cannot be stored for a longer period and lack uniformity. Commodity money therefore changed into metallic money. Metals like gold, silver, copper, etc. were used as money. Point number 3. Paper money. It was found inconvenient as well as dangerous to carry golds and silvers coins from place to place. More importantly, world's productions of gold and silver was not sufficient to match the requirements of trades and industry. Therefore, paper money came into existence. Paper money is regulated and controlled by Central Bank of the country, that is RBI. Point number 4. Bank money. The latest development in the evolution of money is the emergence of bank money. Today, a large numbers of transactions were carried through checks, debit card and credit card, which are called bank money. Next, functions of money. Money performs 4 important functions, each of which overcome one of the difficulties of barter. These are medium of exchange, measures of value, standard of deferred payments, and store of value. So point number 1 is medium of exchange. Money is broadly acceptable as a medium of exchange. People can exchange all goods and services through the medium of money. Money is only an intermediary. All goods entering into the market are first exchanged for money, and then money is exchanged for either required goods and service. Point number 2. Measure of value. The second important function of money is that money serves as a measure of value. Money is thus a measuring through which the value of any commodity or service can be measured. In the absence of measure of value, there cannot be any pricing process. The economic calculations is also possible with the use of money as a measure of value. Relative value of commodities can also be measured through money. Moreover, in respect of exchange, a common standard of value makes the transactions simple and fair. Point number 3. Standard of deferred payments. The third important function of money is that it serves as a standard of deferred payments. Loans can be easily taken and repaid in terms of money, and thus money has simplified the borrowing and lending operations. Thus, introductions of money facilitates the formation of capital markets and financial intermediaries like stock exchange, investment trust and banks. Point number 4. Store of value. Money is the best form of reserve. People wants to store their surplus productions for purposes. But as most of the commodities are not durable, thus this cannot be stored for indefinite period. But as the money is free from deteriorations and distinctions, thus it can be conventionally stored for indefinite period. So students, the remaining topics we will continue in the next video. Thank you.